I started in Toledo and made myself pretty well okay. And as long as I could win my way in, I had a good time. Can you do this if you want to do that? Yes. Hell, I won myself around the world.
Around the world he went. Carmen Williamson was one of the nation's top amateur fighters in the late 40s and early 50s, making it all the way to the Olympic trials semifinals. But that's not what took him across the globe. When the 112-pound flyweight was done competing, he became one of the most well-respected referees the sport has ever seen.
He was the face of amateur boxing in Toledo for many years because he was the champion for 4 years, and then because he became, I'll say, maybe the best boxing official in the world. His people hear the name Carmen Williamson and right away they say, oh, he was the champion boxer or the best referee in the world. And he's been a good friend of mine, he's given back to boxing. People are very proud of everything he's done for amateur boxing. He was the United States' first black international referee, and he was the first black man in the world to ever referee in the Olympics. He has put on boxing seminars in every continent, Africa, South America, Asia, and he is a legend in amateur boxing. People know of him around the world. And when I became a referee, everything I did well was because Carmen taught me. He's just an outstanding teacher, and he was generally the chief official at national boxing tournaments, very highly regarded in national and international boxing circles. In national tournaments, they usually want a bigger referee for the heavyweights to keep them separated. Carmen was so good, he often refereed the championship heavyweight fights. He was very strict in the ring, and the boxers respected him and knew he was strict.
Oh yeah, wasn't afraid of nothing. Some of the guys thought they was bad, so they wasn't quite as bad as they thought. And so what I did, I got right into it.
He took charge in the ring. I mean, he'd been there at heavyweights, and he'd tell them, like, stop, break. They respected him, even though they towered over him. He just had a great reputation around the world. He was the first black man in the world to ever referee. It meant a lot to a lot of the boxing officials in Africa and, of course, the United States. And he was good. He deserved it. He really should have been there long before, but boxing had their traces of racism along the way. But I'm sure there are many people in Australia, South America, Africa, who still remember the name Carmen Williamson.
Mr. Williamson came up in the Depression era. A man who deeply loved his family, specifically his mom. Mr. Williamson became a boxer. He's diminished in stature. He's probably about 5'4", tough as nails.
Williamson turns 95 in May, still on the small side, still tough as nails.
Yeah, all these golden girls.
In Toledo, Claire Dow, BCSN.
Yeah, I'm over here. This one.